Hey guys, we're back with Highway Blossoms. You guys... Oh no, that's in the game. There's a black line, like just one... I'm pointing to it on OBS, you can't see it. Maybe if I point like right at the bottom. Do you see that black line? That's in the game. OBS, it's there in OBS. What if I did like that? I could do that, but then it might end up looking even weirder. So, hey. Right, you can't see it anymore. Oh, yes you can. Yes you can. Never mind. So yeah, we're back. They found the gold in the first place. They're heading to the Canyon de Chay. Is that how you say it? It's been like an hour. I already forgot how to say it. Anyway. Oh, my pop filter is in there. Arizona's highway. I wonder, do I need a pop filter? Like, I've never listened to my mic without it, so I don't know if it's actually helpful in any way, but I have one. So, you know, that's cool. Arizona's highways are infamously boring. Nothing but hills, up, down, up, down. There's nothing interesting to look at. Both sides of the roads are smothered in nondescript shrubs. It's the part of the country where you just zone out and drive on autopilot. When we finally see a sign for the town of Chinle, I said that right next to the canyon, it feels like we're approaching the promised land. When you say the canyon, do you mean the Chay or the Grand Canyon? It's like, you know, that it feels like you should specify. Marina looks up from the book she's reading just in time to miss the sign. He's like, if someone just said the canyon to me, I'd be like, oh, the Grand Canyon. It's like, what other canyons are there? Other than, you know, the one they're heading to.
Was that it? Are we there yet?
Nah, 40 miles to go still. So about half an hour.
She makes it sound like a pop balloon and goes back to reading. But are you driving?
40 miles to go still. So about half an hour.
Are they driving 80 miles per hour in an RV? Is that... I mean, is that... How fast can RVs go? They're not driving 80 miles an hour. I mean, even if you're under like 40 minutes, that's still pretty fast. She makes it sound like a pop balloon and goes back to reading. We take an exit in a tiny excuse for a town. One of those places that has a gas station and a few old houses. It's like in Monopoly, where we buy all the property you can, even though it's not that great.
This is it?
Miranda repeats her earlier question as I slow down to turn left.
Nope. Almost. I don't even know what this place is called.
She makes the pop balloon noise again, but leaves the book closed. When we finally reach Chinle, it's pretty obvious. It's the first real town we've seen in hours. The outskirts are industrial, dominated by what I assume are factories. A pair of stray dogs lope across the side of the road, hungry and lean. Marina makes a sound of sympathy, pressing her face against the glass as we pass them.
Hey, Amber!
We're not getting a dog.
But they're so cute! And we could dress them up in a bandana and...
Oh, we could call them Mariah. Yes, Mariah. Or Joe. Get him his bandana.
No way. I've never gotten why people want to dress their pets up like people.
It's cute.
Marina pouts. I guess she's just joking. She didn't actually think I'd let her get a dog, right? Seems that all is forgiven by the time I pull into the gas station. She's bouncing in her seat with her usual enthusiasm. My boots are flattered. My second guess must have been correct, because as soon as I shut off the engine, she darts out of the RV and into the store. While she does that, I fuel up. No telling when we'll see the next gas station. Could be 100 miles. This thing drinks gasoline like a thirsty dog drinks water. By the time I finished, Marina still isn't back, so I lock up and head inside. Stores devoid of any other customers. It's unremarkable, with the usual selection of candy, chips, and overpriced beef jerky. I'm not hungry, just passing time. Soon, Marina trots out of the bathroom, glancing around. She spots me and heads over.
Want anything?
Duh, let's see.
Leave her to agonize over the candy bars while I flip through some of the travel brochures beneath the window. There are a couple... Wait, they never gave her wallet back. That still has it... Like, you know, her wallet was in the car, which was stolen, basically, by Joe, Mariah, and Tess, the bandana gang. I wouldn't mess with them if I were you. They have bandanas. Anyway, but they never gave her the money in it, which they surely saw the wallet. I mean, if they saw the wallet, why would they take the car? I mean, like, we're like, oh, they left their wallet here. They must be planning on coming back. Same with this cell phone. It just has more plot holes by the second. Or maybe they're just idiots. There are a couple about Canyon de Chelly, which is our destination just up the road. There are flyers for other Arizona attractions too, including the non-local ones. Of course, there are a few brochures for the Grand Canyon, plus a couple must-see sites in Phoenix, the capital. There's even an ad for a novelty just called The Thing in Tuscan. But that's just far out of our way.
Okay, I'm ready.
That was great. I've never seen something like that before with a Sprite, but that was awesome. Turning around, Marina has a couple king-size candy bars in her hands and a large bottle of Coke tucked under her arm.
You seriously need all that?
I thought we could share.
She gives me her best offended puppy impression.
Fine, fine.
Still don't want anything, but I can't say no to that.
Here, I'm gonna use the bathroom too. Meet you at the car.
Place my wallet atop the pallet of candy she's carrying and send her towards the attendant. Well, when I come back out of the bathroom, Marina's still talking to the clerk. There's a bag in her hands, so she must have already finished paying and gotten distracted talking. I joined the two of them.
Closed off, so only the guided tours are open right now.
Marina looks like she's seen a ghost.
What's up?
I take my wallet from where it's just sitting forgotten on the counter.
I was just asking about the canyon and the tours and stuff.
The clerk nods.
Yup. I was saying how if you're here to sightsee, you might have some trouble. A lot of it's closed off because of all the kids coming and causing trouble looking for treasure.
Why doesn't this clerk get a Sprite? But the one back at New Mexico did. It's unfair. I'm not surprised, but that's frustrating.
What isn't closed off?
Well, there are still some tours you can go on. Most of them, I think. But you can't do the self-guided ones.
Marina looks at me, eyes wide. Clearly she's expecting some solution from me. Just smile at the attendant.
Got it. Thank you.
And lead a dumbstruck Marina out of the store. As I unlock the RV, Marina prances around me.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna take a nap.
She stops.
Huh?
I'm tired, so I'm going to nap for a little bit. I checked one of the pamphlets and there's a tour at 6:30, so we'll just join that and then sneak off.
Perfect.
Like, on our own?
Yeah.
Her eyes go wide again.
Amber, you're a genius!
I twist a lock of my hair around my finger and glance away. Her constant compliments are a little embarrassing, especially for stuff that seems obvious to me.
Thanks. It's not much of a plan, though.
Yeah, but at least it's a plan. I thought we were just gonna have to give up or something.
Nah. Rules are made to be broken and all that.
Feel a little bit guilty that we'll be breaking rules specifically put in place because of people like us. But I can safely say that we'll be more careful than the average treasure hunter. Just picturing Mariah, I can easily see her smashing down ancient ruins in her search.
But yeah, wake me up at 5:30. Unless you're going to nap too.
Nope, I'm not tired anymore, so I'll just read some more.
Alright. Good night.
Night-night!
I leave her up in the front and as I head back to my bed and fall into it. After bunching a bunch of blankets around me, it doesn't take long to fall asleep. Oh. We haven't seen this in a while. I forgot about this screen. And it lasts a little while longer than it should. To the point where it feels like you just get forgotten on that screen until you have to click again. But it goes. I wake up slowly, fighting to keep my eyes open. At the back of my head, I feel like something is wrong. It takes a minute before I realize I've overslept. It's 5:45. Marina was supposed to wake me up 15 minutes ago.
Marina?
Call her name but get no response. Rolling out of bed, I massage my eyes and stumble up towards the front. Of course she's asleep. Sprawled out on the dash, with her head buried in her arms. It looks like she's been out for a while. Jerking her by the shoulder, I shake her awake.
What's up, Amber?
Her speech is slurred by sleepiness. I ignore the temptation to make the "not you" joke.
How's that book you're reading?
It's great. I just put it down to...
A look of shock spreads across her face. Mounting horror takes over as she realizes the time.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I was just gonna nap, but then I forgot to set an alarm. I mean, to wake me up.
Yeah, that's what alarms are for.
Freaking out, she hurriedly tries to buckle her seatbelt, failing several times in her frenzy. Pat her on the shoulders, they sit down. It's not even a big deal. She's so worked up.
It's cool. We're not late yet. Ready to go?
Miranda just nods, staring at the floor. Buckle up and turn the key. The engine roars to life, and I throw it in reverse. To crane my neck to make sure I don't run over anyone. Road signs direct us out of town and towards the canyon. For spending so long on the highway, going down these streets with lower speed limits feels restrictive. From the corner of my eye, I watch Marina. She's been abnormally quiet. She fixes her hair, pops her knuckles, and rubs her shoulders, but she doesn't say anything. Finally, I cave.
What's wrong with you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Her tone of voice is stressed. Maybe I'm more intimidating than I think.
You're being weird. Super quiet.
Oh, I didn't know if you were mad at me or not.
What, for falling asleep?
She nodded.
Nah, I'm not mad. Trust me, you'd know for sure if I was. I told you it wasn't a big deal, didn't I?
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Marina bounces in her seat, immediately cheerier.
Okay, cool. 'Cause, like, if you were mad at me already, that would be a bad sign.
Sign of what?
That we wouldn't be good partners. You know, treasure hunting buddies?
But no. If you get mad at each other, that can, like, form a character arc where you form to be better friends because of the gap that was created between you by the sleeping in for 15 minutes.
Oh, we're partners now, are we? You're the sidekick, right?
No way. I'm totally the main character. We're here because of me.
We're getting meta. I laugh, causing her to turn away smiling. She's a lot cuter when she smiles. I've been smiling more too, I realize. So I think that starts to make me sad again. Do I really deserve to be smiling right now?
Hey, Amber?
Huh.
Like she read my mind, Marina snaps me out of it.
Can we listen to Super Crush again?
You seriously like that one?
Super Crush was one of those groups that Gramps loved to show off to other people, because they're so weird. All the other members played a different instrument on each album, so it's like a whole other band each time.
Yeah, it was different, but in a good way.
That's definitely true.
The one hand on the steering wheel, I dig around in a bin of tapes by my feet, flick my gaze between that and the road. Eventually I find the one I'm looking for. It's a Halloween orange case with a text that looks like slime. When it starts to play, Marina hums along. She's almost on key, because she liked it enough to remember how the songs go. Crank the volume up, you're earning a grin from Marina. The sound is tinny, and distorted at this level. More distorted than usual, I mean, but it's also more fun. Our smiles last all the way until we're on to a nearly empty parking lot. As I turn the volume back, I can tell she's thinking the same thing I am.
Amber?
Yeah?
Shouldn't there be, like, other people waiting here?
There probably should. What time is it?
Marina twists around to check.
6:20?
What the hell? Did they start early?
There are other cars around, but they're all unoccupied. My parking job is hasty and I take up 2 spaces. But don't bother to correct! Amber's the antagonist the whole time. Well, no, she's still the protagonist, she's just evil. Fun fact, protagonist doesn't mean they're a bad guy, it just means they're the main character of the story. Well, protagonist doesn't mean, like, so a protagonist can be evil, and, you know, there's still a protagonist and an antagonist. That's not how the words work. We're here out of the RV. I almost forgot the key in the ignition, we'll have to double back to grab it. Marina's already over at the information desk, probably talking to our ranger. Are those clouds or desert? I can't tell. Or is it an ocean? Who put the ocean in Arizona? Look, she turns back to me. Despair on her face visible, even though it's getting
There's
dark.
no one here!
There aren't any lights on the inside either. Only close with 6. Vaguely recall reading that in a brochure, but I thought there'd still be someone around for the tours.
Don't panic!
Drag back to the RV and unlock it again. Rummaging through the glove box, hold up a little blue flashlight that Gramps gave me a few years ago. Click it on and off a couple times to make sure that it works. After I lock everything back up again, join Marina by the unhelpful help desk. She's bouncing on her heels, hands clasped together.
Hey, it's alright. Worst comes to worst, we'll just do it tomorrow.
But what if someone else finds the treasure tonight?
Sneak in! I don't have an answer for that one.
Guess we'll just have to catch up then, huh?
Turning on the flashlight, I swing the beam around. While there's still some daylight left, it isn't much. Maybe half an hour at most.
Catch up to what?
The tour group's silly. Even if we're late, they can't have left that long ago. And they'll be stopping a bunch, so we should be able to find them easily.
By ourselves?
Her voice is almost a squawk, like a surprised parent.
Well, yeah. I don't see anyone else around. Do you?
I swivel around, illuminating nothing but rocks and bushes.
Come on, it'll be fine. It's not like there are going to be bears or mountain lions this close to a parking lot.
Ha 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 ha, foreshadowing.
Those kinds of things live here?
I don't think so. She didn't know that, then what is she afraid of?
Probably. I don't know. But come on, we're wasting time.
Rena whimpers. Then surprising me, she grabs my hand. Hers is sweaty and warm. Turning and look at her, I meet her wide eyes. Looks like she might cry. Makes me regret being so pushy.
We don't have to do it if you don't want to.
She shakes her head, but clings to me like a kid. Her free hand buried in my clothes. If it were any brighter out, she'd see my face turn red.
No. Like I said, if we don't go now, someone else will beat us to it. Just stay close, okay?
Yeah, of course.
And this is gonna be one of those scenes where the suspension bridge effect. That's the name of it, right? She lets me lead, but doesn't let go of my hand. A large wooden sign marks the start of the trail.
So, are you scared of the dark?
No answer.
But you were fine at Shiprock.
That was different.
Rena's arm jerks, but she doesn't let go.
That was in a town.
Oh, we're zooming in?
With people.
We're zooming in?
And roads. And no mountain lions.
Temptation to tease her more is strong, but I don't. Every time a bird caws or something makes the brush shake, I feel her flinch a little. Somehow, even the sight of her is cute too. Little childish, sure, but it's nice to have her rely on me to keep her safe. To take her mind off things, make small talk.
So, what are you gonna do once you're filthy rich from the treasure?
Sorry, what?
I asked what you'll do with your share of the treasure.
Yeah, what's the split? We haven't talked about this. Like, I mean, you know, it's Amber's RV, she's paying for gas and the slushies. So, like, she should get 60%. No, 90% there. That's fair.
Oh, I'm not sure yet. I haven't thought about it.
We're out here looking, and you don't even have a plan for it?
It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. What about you, huh?
I don't know either.
Ha! See, I'm not.
Yeah, but I wasn't planning on looking for it, you know? I haven't spent as much time thinking about it.
I glance behind me to see Marina stick out her tongue. I laugh.
But, let's see. I definitely need to pay off Gramps' hospital and funeral expenses.
Okay, so he is dead.
After that, I guess I should probably get the motorhome fixed up. It's not gonna break down on us or anything, but it's kind of old.
I don't think it ever specifically said that it was her grandpa that died. It's just, you know, a good assumption.
Why not just buy a new one?
Hell no!
Her response comes out snappier than I intended.
It's just that it has sentimental value, you know? I'd rather keep that than buy a newer, better car. I grew up in that thing. I could never just replace it. After that, I'd probably just keep doing what I was doing before I met you.
And what's that?
Wandering.
Don't you want to stop wandering sometime?
My step slows a bit. It's an innocent question, but it hits me hard.
Not yet, no.
I whisper it. Marina catches up next to me, dropping my hand as she does so. Dripping my hand. What does that even mean?
At least I'm not the only one without a goal.
That's the second this episode. I poke her in the side and she squirms away a couple feet.
No!
Torque.
It's hard to stay sad around her. So turning on a curve in the road, the tour group comes into view. She started as a cluster of people, most of them armed with flashlights. It's hard to know for sure. You can see at least a dozen different figures. The tour guide is shining his light up at a rock face, illuminating some designs on it. Everyone has their backs to us.
Try to be as sneaky as possible.
Okay, play like sneak music. Like, is this James Bond or Solid Metal Gear? Like, dude, da 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 da. Which one is that? It's one of those.
We want to join up without them noticing, like we've been there the whole time. If anyone notices us show up, they might notice when we leave.
Why do we have to join up in the first place?
I don't know how to get to the ruins we're looking for.
It's right there.
We'll stay with the group until the tour gets there, and then we'll sneak off.
You're right there in the background. Hey! Marina nods.
Okay, follow my lead. And remember, be as quiet as you can.
Man, how many people are there? 'Cause she said there's only a few cars, right? So, like, there's like 5 people there. And, you know... We creep forward slowly. Someone were to turn around and see us, we look pretty suspicious. But nobody does. Lecture and petroglyphs gets their full attention. Marina kicks her rock and I tense up, expecting them to break the spell. We're close enough now that if it did, it might not matter. And, like, aren't you supposed to, like... I imagine you have to pay for a tour, or you're just not going to pay. Reach the back of the tour group without anyone noticing. Give Marina a thumbs up, which she returns.
You could see the Anasazi ruins. Some of the Navajo people still call the area home. There's a living community in the canyon who...
Wait, hold on. Say that again?
Right, you could see the Anasazi ruins. Some of the Navajo people still call the area
Navajo,
home.
weird. Not too interested in hearing about the history of the place, so I turn back to Marina. She's looking up the pictures too. Her eyes appear glazed over. She catches me staring, she blinks and then smiles. I smile back. I almost look like an idiot just watching her instead of the lecture. After a minute, the guide's speech concludes and we start walking down the trail. Much to my dismay, before I can say anything to Marina, the woman in front of us turns around.
Isn't that just crazy?
Oh, she has a Sprite!
Huh?
Takes a second for me to understand she's talking to me. She fits just about every stereotype of redneck, from the huge hat on her head to the baby strapped to her chest. She'd probably be attractive if not for the layers of sunscreen coating her face, even though it's nearly nighttime. They make her look like a ghost.
I said, isn't that just crazy? What he was saying about those Indians and how they used to communicate with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I had wanted to talk to her, I still have no idea what the guy had said.
They were just so darn clever. Really makes you wonder how they all ended up dying out, huh?
Is Arizona? Like, is that like... It's not like a southern... Well, like it is. But like... People don't have that kind of accent in Arizona, right? I think. But when I think of Arizona, I just think of like hot in the Grand Canyon. But mostly hot. So I mean, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them are still alive. And like, some of them live here? In this canyon?
I heard that much at least, but apparently not everyone did. For a second, the woman looks at me like I'm crazy, but then she busts up laughing.
Sorry, you're absolutely right. I was thinking of them Aztecs down in Mexico.
Oh, same thing. Her laugh is more like a bray. She sounds like a farm animal. In my head, I keep hoping she'll turn back around and leave us alone. Or not so lucky. She keeps on chatting us up as we follow the trail, self-conscious about how noisy she's being, compared to the low noise level of the others.
Say, is that where the name Texas comes from? From Aztec?
Aztec Tech. Oh! Wait, is it? Before I can answer, she started shouting at someone else.
Howard! Hey, Howard, come over here!
Get over here, Howard. But now nearly everyone's looking at us.
Ma'am, can you please keep your voice down?
Oops, sorry.
She apologizes loudly. So much for staying inconspicuous. Howard makes his way over. Looks rather defeated, face drooping and shoulders sagging. Figure he's the woman's husband.
Yes, dear.
Oh, he has a Sprite. They both look really tired.
I was just talking to this girl here about history, and I was wondering, does the name Texas have anything to do with the Aztecs? Since the words sound kind of similar?
I mean, the Aztec... Wait. How far down? Where did the... I know it was somewhere in Mexico, but I don't know where in Mexico. Aztecs. Central Mexico. Wikipedia, I want a map. No, I don't want... You may Nikki flashbacks. Aztec map. There we go. Perfect. Oh, now it looks like we live pretty far down south than anywhere near Texas. Look, I'm not good at anything geography related or history related. Which, like, I wish that was a lie because history was like my best subject in school, but I mean, I could tell you anything about U.S. history because that's like 90% of what we did. If it's anything outside of the border of the U.S., it's just like, you know, it exists. I'm getting a phone call. Be right back. Hey guys, we're back. Yeah, I had a phone call to make. I looked up the etymology. That's a word Wikipedia's taught me. Texas. It's not from Aztec. Although, I mean, if you told me that, I'd believe it. Because, I mean, think about it. TekAz? It just makes sense. But no, that's not how it works.
I don't think so.
Huh, go figure.
It's like one of those things that if someone just told you that randomly, you'd probably believe them until you looked it up. She cackles again, beside her Howard sighs. For her sake, hope her family's loaded or something. Every time she laughs, the baby on her chest bounces. The lucky kid sleeps right through it all. And he's used to this.
Anyway, I must have left my manners back in Wisconsin. My name's Linda, and this is my husband, Howard. This little chimp right here
She thrusts herself and thus the baby towards me.
is Dino. Ain't that just the cutest name?
Isn't this a Steel Ball Run arc? I swear this is... Hold on a second. Steel Ball Run. Steel Ball Run. Dio arc. What? Oh. Hold on a second. Where did that take place? Where did the Scary Monsters arc take place? Scary Monsters. Hold on a second. Hold on. Where still makes this take place at? The Rocky Mountains. Close enough. Pretty much the same thing. I mean, you know, Canyon to Shelley, Rocky Mountains, they sound alike. And I mean, they're not that far away, but you win this time. I just grunt in response, trying to see around her, up to where the guide is alternating between shooting Linda death glares and trying to narrate the walk. If you said anything useful about the canyon in the past couple months, I missed it entirely. Glancing over at Marina, who's pulled away a couple feet, it looks like she's enjoying my torture in struggling silence. Tears are formed at the corner of her eyes, glittering in the dying light. They're the good kind of tears, the kind from laughing too much. Her hand is smushed over her mouth and she's shaking with the effort of staying silent. There's no way I can let her get away with that, especially since I need to get closer to the front now. For now. I grab her arm and tug her over into Linda's line of sight.
I'm Jane.
Why use a fake name? It's not necessary. The enthusiasm in my voice is so forced.
And this is my friend Lacey.
Lacey. Use fake names just to be safe. What? Safe from what? Marina limply shakes Linda's hand, which has grabbed hers. The mirth is vanished from Marina's face. Good.
Nice to meet you.
They crossed it out. Linda pumps her arm like a guillotine, grinning broadly and yet still managing to walk.
It's so good to see young people taking an interest in nature and history and all that. Are y'all from around here? We're originally from Tennessee, see, but moved to Wisconsin and...
See. Having been properly introduced, leave Marina to suffer through the family history, shift away and walk ahead, passing by most of the tour group, so that I can better hear the guide. His eyes just look so dead inside. Feel bad for Howard. For a while, I was prepared for another Carlsbad joke there, but not yet. For a while, he talks about the wildlife and history of the park. After a couple minutes, though, the lessons become more relevant.
We'll be coming up on the Mummy Cave ruins here in just a little bit. That's one of the better-known sites in the canyon. 700 years ago, it was a bustling Pueblonian village. We can't get too close to the ruins, so unfortunately it might be a little too late to really see them clearly tonight. While the Mummy Cave itself hasn't ever been open to the public.
Drowned it out. That's all I needed to know, so I start to slip back towards Marina. Looks like she's still being held hostage by tales of Wisconsin family adventures. Linda noticed me approaching.
Oh, Jane, there you are. I was just telling Lacey about one of the cows I helped birth when I was younger.
Not sure how the conversation went from introductions to cow birth in such a short span of time, but I'm not curious enough to ask. When I rejoined Marina, she mouths two words.
Save me!
I don't know how to get out of this one. Annoyance aside, it would be impossible to slip away from Linda's attention on this. But it seems we're in luck. So we go around to another bend of the road. Something more interesting than Marina and me comes into view.
Oh, Howard, look! This is it. This is one of those mummy ruins I was telling you about.
Linda elbows forward, moving ahead of us.
You girls make sure you get a good spot. You're gonna want to see this, even if it's dark out.
She forges ahead, her husband trailing dutifully. As he passes, thinking I hear him say sorry, though I'm not certain. Once they're out of earshot, Miranda makes it sound like a train letting out steam.
Oh my god. I thought I was gonna explode. My ears or my head or my brain or something.
Saw you laughing and figured it wasn't fair if I was the only one who suffered.
I'd take it all back if I could.
Just an ugh.
Seriously though, first she was talking about herself, then about her kid, then about her childhood, and then she started talking about growing up on a farm. Somehow she ended up going on about cows having babies and how messy it all is. I don't even know.
What, you're not interested in that stuff?
Ew, no! Gross, gross, gross!
She wrinkles up her face as she says it. I giggle, but then turn serious real fast.
Okay, but listen. Because it's dark, the group probably isn't gonna stop to look at the mummy cave ruins for very long. So we'll have to wait until we can sneak away again, and then go over there ourselves.
How far away are they?
No idea. I can't see from here. Just
They're
follow
right
my lead
there.
again.
Got it.
We've been at the very back of the group the entire time. The people right in front of us are much less interested in us than Linda was, so I don't think anyone will notice if we go missing. When we reach a railing, the guide stops to point out the ruins. They're across a small valley, a couple hundred yards away. In the darkness, it's almost impossible to see them. They're just a dark smudge against the even darker backdrop of a mountain. Marina and I are a few yards away from the group too. Pretend to inspect something on a rock, though there's nothing there. As the short speech ends and the guide starts to lead everyone on again, I dart behind a rock and crouch down. Marina quickly follows. You can see her start to say something, but I cut my hand over her mouth before she can get a word out. Silently, I shake my head. Marina nods twice, so I uncover her face. In my head, I count to 60. Once a minute has passed, peel away from the rock and stand back up.
We should be safe now.
Oh, spy music! Marina's face lights up and she claps her hands. I notice that she's taken out the journal page with the hiding spot again.
That was so cool! It was like something out of a video game where you just sneak away right in front of everyone.
I guess so. But we still can't be noisy. They're not gonna be that far away. No flashlights either.
This close up, I can see her face fall a bit.
Don't worry. I'll be right beside you.
Are we just gonna hop the fence and walk over there?
Unless you have any better ideas.
What if they catch us?
Then they'll throw us out.
We're not gonna get arrested for trespassing or anything, are we?
Nah, that'd be too much trouble for them.
And for us. I say that, although I don't actually know.
Okay.
The uncertainty in her voice is obvious. I grab the paper from her hands and stuff it into my pocket.
Let's go. The longer we wait, the more likely it is that they'll notice us missing.
Stroll over to the metal rail, hoping that I sound more confident than I am. Honestly, this is pretty risky, more than a little stupid. But it's also exciting. I duck down and underneath the rail. After a moment, Marina does the same. We're officially out of bounds. Across the small field, still barely make out the shape of the ruins. Sit close to the mouth of our large cave that runs up the mountain like a scar.
Okay, come on.
I think I'll call it there. I think I called it like 24 minutes. So, we're good. You know? So I'll see you guys next time with some more Highway Blossoms. Where I'll probably look like an idiot for talking about Aztecs again. Like, you know, whenever you side with, like, you know, the character whose job it is to be stupid, you're in the wrong. But think about it! TekAz. It just makes sense. Well, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.